your history a bit jumbled up because you were asking me question about lifestyle, then again you started asking me question about allergies, medications, past medical health. So just try to organize your history, because in your scorecard there is a qualitative and quantitative feedback column. So if your history is not that organized, so they will give you a tick over there,
Mm-hmm.
and you will not be failed in the station, but still in data gathering they will not give you 4 out of 4. Okay,
Okay, okay.
it will be great if you can organize your history as well. Ask
Mm-hmm.
relevant set of questions at one place, signpost, then start your next part of data
Question.
gathering. Like if you are
Mm-hmm.
talking about lifestyle, signpost and ask those questions. And one more thing is, try to make your sentences, like your talking part, a little bit shorter. Like when you are talking, are you aware of any medical condition in your family, you can make it shorter, like medical condition in family, instead of making long sentence. Okay, because when we
Mm-hmm.
are making long sentences, it's also killing our time.
Yeah, all right.
Any allergy, any medication including over the counter medication, in this way make your questions shorter.
Okay.
And I think your data gathering was good, just that you if you see at the this slide, can you see the slide?
Yeah.
Okay, so this part, like side, you asked me side, but size, shape, color, etc., try to cover this part as well. So how it looks like, although you have a picture, and you can again confirm from the patient, because cellulitis, if it is cellulitis is coming and if varicose veins are coming from the picture, it might not be very very evident. So it would be great if you can confirm what you are thinking in one line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it would be great if you can confirm this part as well, otherwise you ask me all
Mm-hmm.
the relevant questions.
Okay.
All right, so let's talk about this varicose veins first, and then we will talk about management for you, Dr. Nazik, what points you can cover in management. So most of the
Mm-hmm.
time in varicose veins, the silent symptoms your patient might be having. Uh, in management, Dr. Nazik, you forgot to give me a painkiller.
Okay, but you are already taking painkiller, so
Yeah,
should
but
I have to mention more?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I told you that it's at night time I am taking painkiller. So you can, you did not ask me which painkiller I am taking. Okay, when somebody
Mm-hmm.
is telling you painkiller, so if she
I
is,
was I was just thinking to mention regarding stocking and like elevation
mm-hmm,
in the management part, but unfortunately I couldn't get enough time to verbalize this. So after that, I would have to say that if the Doppler scan has been done, so we might need to refer to the vascular surgeon. So these three things were in my mind, but I couldn't find time to
yeah,
verbalize it.
I can understand that. But it would be great if you ask the name of painkiller. So if she is using paracetamol, so you can talk
Mm-hmm.
about ibuprofen now. It's a bit
Ibuprofen. Okay.
stronger painkiller. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, okay, let's talk about the symptoms. I gave you few set of symptoms, but you can get other symptoms as well, like pain. First symptom is pain, swelling of feet and ankle, similarly burning or throbbing. And I told you that my symptoms were worse at night. Similarly, sometimes
Mm-hmm.
they can tell you that the skin is dry and itchy over the lesion. Okay. So if that is
Mm-hmm.
the case, then in management, you can give him some emollient, or you can talk about Vaseline to put on the dry skin
Mm-hmm.
to help her. Like there will be no, because for this condition, for itchiness, we cannot give
Eczema is common.
antihistamines.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if she is
Yeah.
telling her skin is dry and itchy, then your 1 TD will be automatically what?
Eczema.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so one more triggering factor beside this prolonged standing is warm weather as well.
Mm.
Similarly, you can ask about the color. If it is not very evident from the picture, then you can ask about the color. Sometimes the color can be there, like blue or purple color, or it is how it feels like will include this lumpy, bulging, twisted in appearance. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, the same data gathering part, onset progression. First thing, since when you are having the symptoms, and do you think that it is getting worse? Ask about triggers. You asked me that. Similarly, ask how it looks like. So here you are covering exact image of the of the lesion. So
Mm-hmm.
ask about size, site, size, shape, color, change in these parameters, and if it is raised or not. If there is a picture, then if you after looking at the picture, you can ask in one line from the patient uh, to make sure it is what you are thinking or not. Okay.
Okay.
After that, ask about pain, itchiness, and any discharge or bleeding. You asked me the bleeding part. So, and pain, I told you. So, sometimes the complaint here will be it is very dry, it is feeling like a worm on my leg. After that,
Okay.
your next question in all the skin conditions or in any long-term symptom, your next question should be impact on patient's life. You are checking for whether it is hindering his day-to-day activities, if it is affecting his job, his sleep and mood. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
if you ask how it is impacting you, then he will tell you the answers. If he's not giving you direct answer, then you should be keeping these things in your mind. You can ask close question if patient is not giving you a direct answer.
All right.
After that, you have to rule out some red flags. So red flags here, if varicose veins are causing, if varicose veins are just there and patient is concerned about cosmetic reasons of like they don't look good, then obviously you will not do any management for that. You will not refer him to the surgery. You will just reassure the patient. But veins are causing him pain, discomfort, skin is sore, it is irritated, patient is having trouble with his sleep because of that, then obviously you will refer the patient for surgical options or for stocking. So you will take him more seriously. You will not just simply reassure him.
Mm-hmm.
DDs can be okay. One TD here is this STI. So sun exposure is not that relevant. It's up to you. Ask about trauma. Ask about insect bite. Don't forget these things because very similar station to this varicose vein, this cellulitis station. So if you are asking these questions, you are ruling out that. So for cellulitis, you asked me about these things like fever, swelling, redness, pain. You can ask these questions. Similarly, for DVT, you can ask about cough pain. You can ask about redness, hotness, cancer symptoms. If I'm sure you are aware that in kidney cancers and in ovarian cancer, because of the blockage in the venous supply, the varicose veins do appear. So not all the five things of cancer. Just ask weight loss and anemia symptoms only. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, cover your past medical history briefly. Job, because job is important and job is the culprit here. For due to her prolonged standing, second culprit is obesity. To cover these points, the risk factors of this varicose vein in your past medical history and
I'm
lifestyle
coming.
question, cover these risk factors.
Delivery. Oh,
Okay.
thank you very much.
Okay.
I thought you
Uh,
said delivery.
After that, cover the treat. Okay, tell the in disclosure, tell him about varicose veins, and then ask whether he is aware what are these veins. So you can tell him that these are dilated blood vessels because
Mm-hmm.
valves in the legs they are not working properly. So blood start pooling in your leg due to gravity. You can make this explanation more simpler in your own words. Not it should not take more than 20 seconds. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
After that, Sometime the next question will be about risk factor, why I'm having this condition. Sometime the next question will be about treatment option, what you are going to do for me. So tell him that we have different management options for you, because you told me that it is impacting your life and you are having some trouble with your job as well. So first of all, we will do some imaging tests, including Doppler and D dimer. I have written D dimer here because DVT is very closely linked. So you can, if pain is there, then you can do D dimers as well. If there is no pain, it is only itchy, and it is okay. You cannot talk about D dimer because pain was there, and I was mentioning it again and again. So DVT was a very close. DVT and cellulitis were very close risk factor. Sorry, this is not risk factor. DD is here. After that, you can cover, because in management, I have told you multiple times about the summary part. So you can give a summary, that there are certain things that we will do and certain things that you can do for yourself. We can do is we can refer you to the specialist for further options, and in the meantime you can make some necessary changes in your lifestyle, and I will also share some general tips with you. Cover your warning signs here, and then talk about individual things, or ask your patient what is his concern at the moment. If he is concerned about job, what are your concerns and expectations from today's consultation? So if he is mentioning about job, cover job part, that try to have frequent breaks while working. At least after 30 minutes, you should sit down, you should elevate your legs. And if it is troubling you a lot, then you can we can refer you to occupational therapist as well, and they can talk to you about changing of your job.
Okay, all right.
Talk about stockings, talk about regular exercise is important here. Smoking, if patient is smoker, then all the things that are making his blood supply compromised, which includes smoking as well, and poor diet, poor physical activity. So you can talk about these things. So good exercise will improve the circulation, and she will be or he will be having positive impact on his condition. Similarly, no need to talk about procedures in detail. Just mention about referrals, and consultant will be the best person to identify right kind of procedure for you after doing the baseline investigations, or you can tell imaging test and bloods. Okay.
Okay.
In this way, you will cover this session. Yes. Any question now?
No, thank you so much, Dr. Annie. This is a new station, and it's very well discussed by you. Thank you.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
It was a very good explanation, and the case was done very good by Dr. Najis. So, few questions like to change the job role, should we refer to the occupational therapist here?
You first of all tell her about the solution, like try to have frequent rests and elevate your leg during that resting period. And if it is not working, then tell her in this way. If it is not working, then we can refer you to occupational therapist to change your job. Okay?
Okay. And the second question is that if she asked in this station that, doctor, I'm having this, blah, blah, and I want to go for surgery, then actually the NHS is going to fund this surgery because she's actually having the problem, right?
Yeah.
That's the core. I mean, so we are going to pay for her in this situation, right?
Yeah, NHS is covering the surgery if it is impacting patient's life. If there are red flags that I mentioned, then NHS is definitely going to cover the surgery. But if she is concerned about cosmetic reasons, and it's just like he or she is thinking it's not looking good, then obviously NHS will not fund that. She would have to go for private surgery.
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hello, I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm a bit concerned about exactly where we ask about the concern. I mean, is it after the examination part? Is it okay? Or before the examination, or in the management part? Or we ask repeatedly?
I would not say repeatedly. Actually, may I know your name? Sorry, doctor.
It's Noreen. It's Dr. Noreen Mahbub.
Okay. So, Dr. Noreen, um, ask about concerns and expectation where you can answer that. Some people they ask it, they do the eyes at different places, but like some people they ask it before in the data gathering part, or even when they are starting the station they ask about, are you having any concerns from today's consultation? But that is
Okay.
a very good thing, you can do that. But the thing is, if you have asked the concern in the management, don't forget to address the concern, because I have seen people ask the concern, but in the management they forgot that, they forget that at that time, because it's the pressure on you, you have to cover the management everything. So it is best to ask where you can address that. So for me, I always ask concerns and expectations in management or before
Okay.
start of management, so that you can cover them properly there. You are not forgetting that.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. Yes.
And
So I was exactly. Yeah.
one more thing, Dr. Noreen, every patient
Yes.
is having something in his mind. So by the end of the station, you should ask yourself whether you have addressed the thing that was in his mind or not. If the answer is yes, you are pass. Okay. If you have left some questions in patient's mind, then and if you have asked them and you have not addressed them, then the situation will be not that good for you.
I get that. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question? Yeah, doctor.
Dr. Kura.
Yeah.
Do we need to ask about allergies and family history in every station, or I can cut short it? Like where relevant I can ask, or otherwise I can skip it.
Allergy, family history, medical background is important in every station, because one way or other way they are in the risk factor, or sometimes they are in the DDs. Like allergy is the DD. Here as well, in a way, like patient is allergic to something, then you can think about eczema scenarios, eczema or food allergy, anything like that. Or there is a station about urticaria as well. So if even if that is not the case, then still if you are going to give some medication, for medication, three questions are very important. Whenever you are going to give any medication, whenever you are talking about vaccine, medication, any medication patient is on, any medical condition, and third thing is allergy. So you cannot skip these three questions.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Any other question? Okay.
Hello.
Okay. Yeah.
You can ask.
Please. Yeah, please proceed.
Okay. So Dr. Kurat, do they always give picture in the scenarios where there are skin conditions?
Yeah. Sometimes the picture will be there before starting the scenario. Okay. With the task, it will be there. Sometime when you will verbalize about the examination and investigation, at that time they will give you the picture. So most of the time, I think 90% of the time, you will be getting a picture.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And thank you, Dr. Zibran.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. I'm Dr. Zibran here again. So the question is very silly. I mean, should you verbalize the investigation during the examination or during the management?
Sorry, can you please repeat, Dr. Zibran?
Yeah, sure. So should you verbalize the investigations like the routine blood test, ultrasonogram scan, chest X-ray, cardiac enzyme marker, this in the management part or with the examination part? What do you suggest? Have you got the point?
Okay. So a very simple answer. If you are dealing with a history taking scenario, verbalize before starting your management disclosure, because you might be getting some findings there to make your diagnosis strong. And in the counseling stations or in other kind of stations where you are not expecting to get any finding, here you can verbalize in management part as well. But so it is better for history taking that you verbalize before starting.
If you can remember something, then we should verbalize then and there during the examination. But if we suppose miss something, then we can bring it up in the management, right? You mean that?
Yeah, actually, the initial investigations, you need to verbalize them before starting your management. The advanced one, like this Doppler and ultrasounds, different ultrasounds, they will not give you finding about that. So it is you can verbalize about these advanced investigation in management, but the baselines, and like if you are dealing with the chest scenario, then you can verbalize about ECG, you can verbalize about cardiac talk. So these kind of things in the before starting your management, but advanced thing will be definitely in the management.
Yeah, so that they can give us the test result to help
Yeah.
the diagnosis.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. So Dr. Annie will be doing next sessions now. We will be starting a new meeting because again the meeting will be finished in between the stations. So I will give you the link again. And Dr. Nazish, you are asking me, no, you were not sounding like scripted. You both, Dr. Nazish and Dr. Ada, you both performed really good, and I'm happy with your consultation. Few things, and one, the most important thing is timekeeping. If you are practicing, try to focus on that. Practice with an 8-minute bell. And if you are not sure in the beginning about timekeeping, you can keep a stopwatch in front of you. As soon as you see you are at 4 minutes for few days, not for every day. For few days, try to keep stopwatch in front of you. As soon as you are at 4 minutes, try to summarize your data gathering and start your management before 5 minutes. That's the tip I will give you about that.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Annie. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you are welcome. So let's start the new meeting now.